let's come to question 13. If you have understood how to do question 12, then question 13 wouldn't have much of a problem. Right, let's look at what you're supposed to do. You're given something, and then you need to show something. So let's look at what you are given. That is square root 8 to the power of x bracket 4 to the power of y to 32. Alright, so if you have been observing, alright, what we have done so far, basically we will try to express the numbers given into the smallest possible base. Now, for example, if you're given like 2, 4, 8, then of course we try to express a number as base 2. If you're given 3, 9, 3, 9, 27, 81, then of course we try to express it as base 3. If you're given like 5, 25, 125, then of course we try to express it as base 5, so on and so forth. Alright, so here we express everything as base 2. Right, so the simple rule is that we work whatever that's inside the bracket and whatever that's inside the radical sign. So this is what we mean by the radical sign. This guy here, this is the radical sign. So 8 to the power of x. So 8, you can actually rewrite 8 as to the power of 3. So that gives you to the power of 3x. 4 is to the power of 2. So that gives you to the power of 2y. 32, it's 2 to the power of 5. Okay, times square root 2. Alright, so we have done what we need to do in brackets. Now let's work on the radical sign. So radical sign, if you were to recall these beautiful rules, they will give us a to the power of m over n, right? So what does square root means? Square root means it's a little 2 outside your radical sign. So this one here means usually we don't write the little number 2 there. You should understand that square root 2 means it's 2 to the power half. Alright. So that will give us 2 to the power of 3x over 2. Right? The denominator is the one that's outside your radical sign. The numerator is the one that's inside. And let's change your bracket to times. This one means to the power 1, so that gives you to the power half. Alright. Okay, very good. So from here, recall, which rule can we use? Of course, this one, a to the power of n times a to the power of n, and that gives us a to the power of m plus n. Right, so that gives us 2 to the power of 3x over 2 plus 2y equals to 2 to the power of 5. 5 plus half will be 5 and a half. Alright, 5 plus half is 5 and a half, okay, not 5 times half. Alright, so we have the same base, so what do we do with the power? We equate them. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to use a simple trick here. All we need to do is just multiply every term with the number 2. Okay, so that will give us 3x. Because 3x over 2 times 2, it gives us 3x only. 2y times 2 will be 4y. This one here, you can easily use a calculator to work this out. If not, it's just 11 over 2 times 2, that gives you 11. And isn't it what we're supposed to show? Hooray! Yes! Can you see? We're supposed to show this. Happiness! We got it. So bracket shown. Yeah! Give yourself a clap. With the experience that you have gained earlier on, I don't think you have any problem doing 13 part 2, right? But I would like to give you a hint, not exactly a hint as scaffolding. Scaffolding is this guy here that some of you may have a little bit of problem. This one here, recall this rule that we have learned early on. 1 over a to the power n is a positive index. If you want to write it as a negative index, it will be a to the power of negative n. So 1 over 3 means 1 over 3 to the power 1. So if you write it as a negative index, it means your a is the 3, right? You see, your a is your 3. So that will be 3 to the power, and then there must be a negative there, right? There must be a negative there. I have one extra line there. All right. So I must have a negative there. And then the n, this guy here is actually my 1. So negative 1. All right. So I'm going to give you a little bit of scaffolding. So we have 3 to the power of y. 9 can be written as 3 to the power of 2. Then bracket x squared. Then 1/3 is 3 to the power of negative 1. Change your bracket to times. And you should be able to get the answer. All right, please try it on your own, okay? Don't tell me you can't do it. You can do it. I have confidence in you. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. All right. All the confidence in you. So if you have, I strongly believe you've done 13 part 2. And then you will generate the equation y equals 2x squared plus x minus 1. So you ask to solve the simultaneous equations, right? So from part 1, the word is hence. Again, the word is hence, meaning you have to make use of the answer you obtained in part 1, which is 3x plus 4y equals to 11. And then in part 2, you have y equals to 2x squared plus x minus 1. Right. So obviously we can't use elimination method here because I have equation 1 is a linear equation, but equation 2 is a non-linear because if you look at the right hand side, you're given 2x squared plus x minus 1, and that is a quadratic expression. So we have to use substitution method. So we're going to substitute 2 into 1. All right, we expand the brackets. We bring everything to the left hand side. And then we factorize it. Oh, sorry, I make a mistake here. This should be negative 4. Okay, so it's very easy to make mistake. So you need to be very careful. Okay, you need to check through the answer. All right, don't assume that it's correct. Don't be overconfident. All right, so 8x squared plus 4x minus 4. Yeah, give us negative 15. Let's try to factorize it. 15 minus 8. Yeah, correct. So that gives us 8x plus 15 equals to 0, which means x is equals to negative 15 over 8, or x minus 1 equals to 0. That gives us x equals to 1. Okay, that's extra line here. Let's get rid of it. Right, your mission is still not done. It's still not accomplished. You still have to find the values of y. Right, so you're going to substitute. I'll leave it to you to do it on your own. You're going to substitute x equals to negative 1 into equation 2. And you're going to find the values of y yourself. Likewise, sub x equals to negative 15 over 8 into 2. And you can find the values of y on your own. All right, so we have complete all the questions from homework exercise 5.1. Right, thank you very much.